Hello everyone and welcome to January football. At least I'm assuming it's January. You'll be able to see the players' breaths throughout the gameplay, but there's no snow. I probably could have resimmed it a million times until I got snow, but either way, it is cold. We are in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is cold. And we are in the divisional round of the playoffs after clinching our first division title since taking over. We're in year 3, so hey man, first division title in 3 years of being GM is pretty good. I'd say that's pretty darn good. So we are taking on the Raiders. I mean, this is the Raiders team from, the early 2000s that was just so good with Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and late Jerry Rice, Tyron Wheatley and such. As you can see, Tyron Wheatley already getting very busy up the middle of the field. But, yeah, so we are in here in the playoffs, and action is already starting after a great season, our best season at the helm. And the Raiders are already putting the football on the ground here, but they are going to recover it and retain possession. So we're going to get right in here and not waste any more time, as it's another first down for the Raiders, or I guess their first first down on their drive. So Gannon's going to drop back. He's got a very clean pocket and uncorks an absolute bomb, and he finds an open man. And, bro, this number 88, I think his name is Sanders. He doesn't have a picture, so I'm guessing he was a rookie last year for them. He is everything for this team. We're going to see him a lot. So the Raiders are going to go on the ground game with Tyrone Wheatley here to try and pick up the first down, and they do get to the outside and get the first down before he gets his head taken off. And that is all that is going to happen in the first quarter, as both offenses are kind of stagnant here early on in this ball game. But the Raiders have themselves a prime scoring position here from our 15-yard line, looking to get into the end zone as Gannon uncorks across the middle of the field, and he finds number 89, not the guy I was talking about, but another tight end. They do connect, and it is a touchdown for Oakland. So on our answer back, our next drive here, Akili Smith's going to find Peter Warwick, who's got to do a little spin around to haul that ball in. His defender wasn't really paying attention, so we will happily take that first down here, as our offense really hasn't done much of anything early on in this game so far. And so, first and 10 now from our 45-yard line. We're going to fake the handoff, and off his back foot here, we're going to go to Ron Dugans, who's going to haul this one in, and it's going to be just about another first down. I think we're going to get it here. And Akili Smith, I don't know what he was doing, man. He's just doing a little bit too much out there, just trying to get a little bit too creative. So, on 3rd and inches, we need to pick up just a little bit more to get that first down here at Oakland's 45. And so, we come on the offset eye, and we're not going to hand it off here. We're going to keep it through the air, but we're going to go to Corey Dillon in the flat, and there's nobody out there. We got a couple linemen as kind of lead blockers. They don't really catch up to the play, but Corey Dillon does get the first down a little bit more, but it is already another 3rd down for the Bengal offense, so we need to pick up a lot here. And, oh, hold on. Someone's moving before the snap. So this Raiders defense that's boasting a lot of big names is making some mental mistakes. So it's an offsides penalty that's going to make 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable for this offense. So we're going to go with the ground game to Corey Dillon, try to set the edge and get up there. Gross can't really lock down that block. That's Branch, the strong safety. You can't really lock down that block, and he gets around and gets to Corey Dillon, so we can't get the first down. So on 4th and 6, we're going to bring out John Green, the kicker, and try and nail home a very long field goal, and it is up on a line drive, and it is good. So a 51-yarder. The game is boasting a record. I think he said a 52-yarder before, I don't know. It always does that if I don't put my name in, so... But he nails a long one for us here. So 3-7 is your scores. Oakland has another opportunity within 2 minutes here to add to that lead, as that ball sails through the arms of a Bengal defender and gets to Tim Brown. The first time we're calling his name today, but he is still around. He's still there doing things for this offense that hasn't really gone off to the most potent start here in this ball game. So Rich Gannon uncorking across the middle of the field yet again, and there he is, bro, Sanders, that big old tight end wearing a visor. I don't know what this game has with tight ends wearing visors. I'm not sure what that's about, but Sharper is also wearing a visor and little arm band thing, so I don't know, maybe it's just how this game likes to generate tight ends. But on a 3rd down here, just outside of the red zone, the Raiders need to try and pick up the first down a little bit more if possible, and that one gets bobbled around. It's a dangerous throw by Gannon, but fortunately falls to the ground for the Raiders. So on 4th and 2, they're going to bring out Seabass, Sebastian Janikowski, to knock home the field goal and take a 10-3 lead late in the first half. But we still have plenty of time to answer back to the Raiders here. We got to get into the end zone if possible. I'd love for this game to be tied into the first half as we kind of fell behind last week in Week 17 against Jacksonville and kind of had to come back. I really don't want to have to come back against this team. I'd like to just kind of finish this one if possible, but I know I've been saying that for weeks and we haven't really done it. So it's a huge pickup for Achilles Smith across the middle. Because of the timeout, I couldn't see what receiver that was, but I think it was Peter Warwick. So we are moving the ball here with just 25 seconds left to go. We find Ron Dugans across the middle, and for some reason the last couple weeks, man, we've just been peppering the middle of the field for some reason. That has just been Achilles Smith's bread and butter. So we're going to blow the timeout as we are in Oakland territory now. We got enough time, but we're going to just bring out John Green and safely see if we can get a field goal off here before the half ends. It's about the same spot as his last one was, maybe about a yard shorter. Yeah, 50-yarder. So John Green nails it home, and 6-10 is going to be your score heading into the locker room at halftime. So it's still very manageable for us, but our offense has struggled so far early on in this game. So if Oakland can kind of get things clicking and rolling, this one might get away from us. Gannon's going to go with the fake handoff. Pressure gets to him. I think it was Oko, our rookie, who or not rookie, but one of our D-linemen that we drafted who got in there. But Gannon finds the fullback of the middle who has a nice pickup for this Raiders offense. So they get closer to midfield here. So on 1st and 10, Gannon's dropping back all day to throw, man. Zero penetration up front as he finds Sanders, the tight end, again. I was telling you, man, he is a huge name for this team. I don't know what it is, man. He just is. So on 2nd and 2 now, we're going to go Tyrone Wheatley on the ground. He's getting gobbled up by a bunch of dudes on the line. Full pause, and can't quite get, or he does get the first down here. So on 2nd and 8 now for the Raiders offense, Gannon's going to drop back. He's got dudes open, but he wants to go for Tim Brown in the back of the end zone. Did you see that pass, man? I don't know how that one got through. We had guys in position ready to make a play on the ball, but Tim Brown somehow is the one who came down with it. I mean, just look at this. Oh, it's unfair when you got a guy like Tim Brown, man. And we only got to worry about him for maybe another couple of years or so, if that. I mean, all these guys on the Raiders are old, man. And this is 2001, so, like, they will play for considerably longer. Typically, if you play, like, Madden 03 or 4, they retire, like, within the first year or two. But in this game, man, they'll be here for a little bit. So we cut forward ahead late in the third quarter. Oakland has the ball again in our territory on 3rd and very, very long. Gannon's going to uncork it across the middle and find Tim Brown again, who nearly shakes off his defender to get into the end zone. But fortunately, we had other Bengals in the vicinity to make the touchdown-saving tackle. But it's going to be a miracle if our defense can keep Oakland out of the end zone, as now this game is 17-6. It is not looking good for your Bengals here at home as we end the third quarter down by 11 points, man. Again, down by 2 possessions heading into the fourth quarter. We've seen this story before, and it ended up with a win for us the last time, but we can't guarantee that here. But we do get a massive pickup on defense as Ross gets inside and gets to Gannon. I don't know how that ball got out of his hand. That should have been a sack, but it's fine. It's incomplete. It'll force a 4th down for Oakland's offense, and so Seabass will come out again to try and nail home this field goal. Of course he does. It's a chip shot. So Oakland's going to take a 20-6 lead, man. We got to somehow hit the end zone twice if we even want a chance at winning this game, man. So it's 3rd and 5 already on our first drive answering back. We were deep in our own territory, but Smith finds Dugans, and Dugans, that first man can't get him, and there's no one who's even close to get Dugans. He's gone. He's all the way gone, and he's in the end zone. So we need a quick turnaround, and we get that quick turnaround on our first drive back here. It was 3rd down. We were facing the end here, potentially the end of our season, and Ron Dugans comes up with a massive reception to get us in the end zone. So now 13-20 is your score. And so the Raiders tried to burn as much time as possible, but clearly they were only going backwards. They didn't do a very good job at all. So with almost a full 2 minutes left to work, we were going to get the ball back here, but we're already facing another 3rd down situation. So our offense is really just slow out of the gate. 3rd and 10 for our offense. Achilles Smith got the pressure in his face, shakes off the one, but he runs into another, and he's going down. Russell, who's having a Pro Bowl season on the D-line for the Raiders, manages to get to Achilles Smith here. There are a few guys in position, so on 4th and 13, the season rests on this one play. Smith off his back foot uncorks it and finds Peter Warwick surrounded by Raiders, but he comes down with it. Somehow he makes the catch. I have no idea how he even did that. But a minute and 15 or so left to go. The clock is ticking. We're not going to spike the ball. Smith just wants to keep the momentum rolling as he drops back here, stands firmly in the pocket, and finds Corey Dillon just standing in the middle of the field. It's fine. It's a reception. We'll take it. Reset up and try this one again here. But since he's going to finally blow the time out to save some time here, so we have a minute left to go. So on third down now for this Bengals offense. Again, we are staring down the end of this drive. We need something big. Pressure's getting to Achilles Smith as he finds an open man, and it's Sharper. Sharper, who came up big last week against Jacksonville, had the two biggest receptions of probably his early career. That's helped us get the win here. This is another massive one that's going to extend the drive and get us just outside the 10-yard line here, poised to potentially take the lead as clock is continuing to run. Achilles Smith just has to get to the line here. Maybe we can spike it and reset up here, refigure out what we're doing here, and he gets the spike off. And look at that, dude. They're already giving player of the game honors to Rich Gannon. This game is not over. How can you already give him player of the game honors? So 2nd and 10, 40 seconds taken away. Smith is going to uncork this one to the right side of the field, and he finds Horn again, who was such a big contributor last week. I haven't really called him too much this week, but he does make a nice catch here. But it is 3rd and 5, 25 seconds left to go, man. We are down to the wire yet again, and again we find it across the middle. I think that's Horn again. No, it's Peter Warrick. It's Peter Warrick's music. Who is that? It's Peter Warrick's music. He makes the catch and falls into the end zone for the touchdown. So 21-20, but the Raiders, they have an option. They have something they can do, and it's not completed. Or no, excuse me, it's 20-20. I've already lost the script, bro. We've tied the game. 20-20. I was focused on the Raiders potentially putting this game away on one big play, but 7 seconds, 3rd and 2. The Raiders got something they can try. They don't want to go for overtime. They're going to try and complete this one and get into the end zone, and it is caught by Sanders, who's stumbling on the defender here. There's a few Bengals in the vicinity. He's shaking off tackles, and fortunately we were able to make the tackle to save a potential touchdown. The fact that that was even a concern at this point in the game is crazy to me, but you know what that means, ladies and germs? Overtime. We are getting overtime in the playoffs in Paul Brown. Oh my goodness, lock in. Just lock in, because these offenses have been struggling as Sanders comes up with another reception for Oakland that'll get them the first down in our territory. They are already moving the football. So their offense, you got to keep in mind, Oakland really hasn't done much of anything in the last quarter or so of play, so they got to really get into the end zone if they want to win here, obviously. So it's 3rd and 6. Gannon's going to uncork to Tyrone Wheatley, and obviously he's a running back, not a receiver, and he cannot come down with that ball. So that one's going to be incomplete for the Raiders, and now they're going to bring out the punt team. And the reason I'm showing this punt is because look at this. Look where that goes. Look where that bounces. Can you freaking believe it? So if we're going to win here, we have to go the entire length of the field, and already it's a 3rd and 8 situation from our own 5-yard line. Things are not looking good, man. Whoever can score can win, and we are in a terrible situation as Achilles Smith takes all day to find an open man, and he finds one, and it is complete for a first down. So the drive is going to continue. If only for a little bit, it will continue. So Smith is going to drop back and finds Sharper across the middle, but he cannot haul it in as there were a lot of Raiders in the vicinity. Just kind of a dangerous pass to try and throw. So that is going to end our drive. And so 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Gannon uncorking one down the side of the field, and he finds an open man, but both feet are definitely not in bounds. So that is going to end Oakland's next drive here. As you pay attention to the time here, because we are just burning through it. So we're going to go with the handoff to Corey Dillon as he gets closer and closer to midfield. He hasn't really done much of anything for us so far in the last couple weeks or so. But there you saw season stats. He's having a great season, just not really in the games that we watch. So 3rd and 2 now. We've flipped the field because the overtime quarter ended, and this is a new one here. But if we can just get like another first down or so, we can potentially put this game away. And Peter Warrick comes up big again. The touchdown, the game-tying touchdown that got us into overtime, and Peter Warrick gets another massive reception that gets us close to the red zone, and John Green's leg is going to win it for us, baby, and we are the victors of our first home playoff game in at least over a decade. I mean, geez. Oh, my God. So, oh my gosh, I know I'm bad at setting the moment here, but just watching this game, editing this game, it's just nerve-wracking. The fact that, again, back-to-back weeks, back-to-back comebacks is just absolutely just nuts, dude. I just crazy for us. that we've managed to do that, but obviously we're going to get tripped up here sooner rather than later if we can't correct it, man. If we can't just win a game, just early on take a lead and just finish, because as you saw in all the other games in the gameplay so far this season, I mean, it's really just been a complete undoing, just playing catch up and just really not being able to hold on to anything and just kind of struggling. So obviously we've had the injuries here, I get it, but we need to finish games, man. We desperately need to finish ball games. So that's going to take us in to the next round of the playoffs, which should be the AFC Championship, man. And wait till y'all see who we play in the AFC Championship game. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, man, when we play for another AFC title.